Hello? Alright, let's fix the chat. Let's fix the chat, shall we? It's cooking. Cooking? Maybe not the best choice of words. There it is. Excuse me. Hello, Kat, Yanis, good evening. Well, I did it. I made a recovery. I'm 75% better. Still a little in the sinuses. My cough's mostly gone, but I'm still coughing up some stuff. My chest and throat don't hurt anymore, which is good. My fatigue is mostly gone, and my body pains are gone. It was really weird. Like, I'd get like chest pains, not like a heart pain, but just like my chest was like hurting. And then my back too, like my back hurt, but it wasn't like my back muscles. Maybe it was, but it was like my skin. It was really weird, really weird. Yeah, so we're back. Got some hot honey and some chicken and butter for dinner. This is the no, what was I going to say? Yeah, I had some swordfish and oysters yesterday. And yeah, it felt pretty good. Been eating a lot of orange smoothies. When the cough really started coming on, I knew I needed those. So I do about 4 to 5 eggs with, a big orange or 2 small oranges. Makes about 2 cups. Okay? And you just drink that. Orange smoothie, it's called. And you drink like 1 of those, 2 of those, 3 of those, maybe 4 of those in a day. It gets you right. The orange is a good cleanser. It really helps kind of get everything going. A lot of good calcium and vitamin C in oranges. And yeah, tasty. And my cough got immediately more productive and soothing with the drink, after the first one. And then the next day, I was coughing up pretty easily. And yeah, I just didn't really have a lot of appetite for a lot of meat. I did kind of force myself to eat the swordfish yesterday in bone marrow, but I'm glad I did. So I'm going to try to eat this chicken. I had a bunch of beef. I had to get rid of it. I'm not going to eat it when it's rotten, and I just don't have a taste for it now. I probably won't have beef all week. I don't know what, if anything, set this detox off. I've been wondering about the supermarket beef I've been eating. A lot of people say, even Ajna said it's okay to eat, but there's just a lot of chemicals. And they spray everything with chemicals, and it's on the meat. So I wonder, because when I wasn't feeling good, I just felt like I had chemicals coming out of my body, like just toxic chemicals just radiating under my skin and coming out of my nostrils and coughing them up out of my lungs. So I don't know. Of course, I've kind of had a similar detox when I wasn't eating the chemical meat, so maybe it's I don't know. But I am gonna think. I think I'm gonna move away from eating that supermarket meat. Um, yeah, it's just kind of nasty. What would you detox influenza ASAP? Huh? What would I detox influenza? Influenza is the detox, so I don't know what you're saying. 4 tablespoons of cottage cheese, half a cup of milk, and some honey. Um, I mean, that sounds like a nice snack, but how's it now? How's that volume now? Oh, yeah, that was a midday stream. I was testing it out, and no one was really watching, so I just deleted it. Really wasn't anything important there. So, um, normally, you do the stream, you get the watch time higher. Normally, you do the stream, you get the watch time during the stream. I don't really know if the streams have that much of a replay value. It wasn't even that long, so. A lubrication bowl first thing in the morning if you're struggling with raw meat. No, you should have vegetable juice. Celery with a little parsley. First year, did you eat mostly fish or beef? Beef, almost exclusively. Yeah, they could rinse it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they can rinse it with tap water, but then you got tap water in the meat. It's just as bad. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Okay. Does high meat change your gut flora to where you have appetite for raw meat? No, I don't think so. Think about the level of toxins most people adapt to in their lives. I mean, actually, insane amounts of toxins. Supermarket beef is fine for me because of convenience. Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. The convenience and the cost are great, but I don't know. It's been making me feel gross, I think. I don't know if I could go for the turbo chemical meat. It sounds bad. It's a lifestyle. What food should I be starting with in the morning? Vegetable juice, eggs. That's what you should be starting with. And then an hour after your juice, or 45 minutes, for the first juice of the day, then you can have meat. After your last sip, wait 45 minutes to an hour for meat. After vegetable juice. That's what you need to be doing. Celery with parsley. It's very important. 10%, 15% parsley. You need it. My TV was up to 83. Sounds great now. I'm on the TV. Hey, Mom, I'm on TV. I did celery with cilantro today, going through it. Yeah, it can be a little rough for some people. I had some celery juice this morning, but need to get a juicer so I can add the parsley. Yeah. You can also chop up parsley and put it on your meat. I would advise you do that until you get a juicer. Because the parsley, you're still getting the parsley in your body, and it's beneficial. You put a tablespoon worth of parsley on your meat meals, that's fine. You ate mostly beef at first year. I wasn't. Maybe I became because I stopped eating beef. You change. So now I do both. Adrenalized and wired. Day 3. Well, it sounds like you need more fat, maybe some nut formula. How do you become more alkaline over time? Having too many chemicals, heavy metals in your body make you permanently acidic? Well, it isn't just the heavy metals. Um, it's everything else. Um, any toxins your body are discarding gets into the bloodstream as free radicals, and those interfere with like your appetite and stuff. So vegetable juice is what helps neutralize those in the blood. Yeah, I think you over exaggerated the frozen stuff as well. From the people I've seen eat frozen meat and the animals, they don't have any problems. And you know, I think it's just I talked about this before. It's unscientific to just accept Ogenus at his word about his experiment. That he, by the way, it's not documented. So, and there's no background of like what the animal's health was and the conditions they lived in. So it's irrelevant. Really, he's just like, yeah, I fed dogs. I think it was like frozen Angie's chicken. He's like, yeah, I fed him frozen organic chicken. And that was it. I do know dogs also prefer different types of meat. Some dogs cannot tolerate chicken. They will get sick if they eat chicken, even if it's fresh. So, you know, that could have just been those kinds of dogs that don't do good eating poultry, right? Ogenus did not account for that. So, okay, I've been having the lube bowls first thing to try coat my stomach with fat to deal with the meat. I think I'm fine now. Yeah, no, you don't want to, don't do that. Start with the veggie juice and then eggs. Yeah. Golden stool. So you're not digesting your lube formulas, it sounds like. Yes, the school link is in the description. It should be in the description. Can someone fact check me on that? Wait, where's the there it is. Can I check it from here? Yeah, it's in the description. Link is in description. Do I believe AV's stories? Maybe not all of them. If I'm traveling, can only source raw carrot juice. Is that alright for vegetable juice? It's quite a bit of sugar. So I would try to drink it with some milk if you can. I've noticed some frozen pure organic tastes like mineral oil from whatever blade they use to cut it. Yep, that's another thing too. That's why I say like buying meat from those kinds of places or prepackaged meat is like, yeah, you gotta watch it, man. The thing that Ogenus didn't take into account is Christian worldview, that humans aren't animals, dogs will eat their own vomit, we don't. I don't really know if that worldview is so relevant. I mean, if you're speaking about like primal and natural, like I said, the diet is not about primitive eating or primal living or whatever. So it's not called the primal diet because you're trying to act like a primal man. It's primal as in primary, optimal, the optimal diet for healing. So we're back. We're in almost good health again. You can probably tell I sound better. Yeah, that would have been better than the primal diet, honestly. But autogenous is um, little hippy dippy. So, you know, it's just how his mind worked, I guess. All right, I need to get my milk. I'm gonna have to shove that chicken down. I'll be right back. My pants are falling down. Can't have that on stream. At least not for free. Okay. All right. Thanks. Hello. Look forward to it. There will be a Q&A in the morning tomorrow. We have Q&As Sunday mornings, Thursday evenings. Yeah, Mark Sisson actually tried to buy the trademark from Paul Crum. Funny story. My thoughts on Mark Sisson. I don't really have thoughts on him. I think he's just another. He's just some boomer. He's just some boomer. Who cares? Yeah, it's certainly a better place because I have like all the. What I do need to do is go back and tighten up. I could simplify the stuff I have written. And, I mean, it's still there. It's not very dense at all, like some people. It won't take you long to read through the basics and foundations that are part of the diet. But I could probably clean it up a little bit. I do want to make some fitness content and put that there, and maybe add another time slot for a Q&A. But the school price is going to go up if I do that for sure. Um, it's just done through school. You just log into school. It says Q&A live, and you click on the Q&A and you join. It's easy. So sometimes I'm a little late. Sometimes I'm like 5 minutes late, but usually I'm pretty on time. And I'm on the school for the whole hour. So if you're not on time, that's okay because you can show up. You know, let's say it's at 7:30 and you show up at 8. That's, you know, you ask one question. Great. Okay, see ya. It's pretty casual. I was arguing, and someone said being fat isn't optimal because it converts testosterone to estrogen and has inflammation on organs. Is this true? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think, you know, it depends on the kind of fat and, like, how fat. Because it's, considering the spectrum of obesity we have in our society, that's pretty, pretty vague term. Yeah, I mean, I feel disgusting when I eat ground beef anytime because it's just kind of garbage. I don't know, just something in my intuition told me supermarket beef is not good, or as good as it could, or it's not as good as you think when I was going through this detox. So you can use microphones or cameras, whatever. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're in Thailand. Awesome. Um, yeah, man. Thailand's a pretty decent place to do the diet, I think. What are the main functions and benefits for being fat? It's not for detox, it's to help mitigate symptoms of detoxification and to protect your body from toxins in your environment and the toxins that are already in your body. So that's what it's for, essentially. Um, yeah, that should work for your time zone, 11 a.m. tomorrow. It might be a little late for you, but, you know, I've got to get a third time because we have a mix. It's mostly people in the U.S. who are in the school, but I expect that will change shortly. Yeah, I've only been to Thailand once, and I wasn't on the diet then, but I really liked how easy it was to get good food, convenient food like fruit and juice and smoothies. I'd even go to the convenience store. You know, I'd get some just some like chicken kebabs or what do they call them? A kebab or a donair, um, or some like pad thai. And then I go into 7-Eleven to get a Coke or, you know, whatever, tea or something. And, you know, maybe like some chips or, you know, a little dessert, a little sweet. And it was cheap. And yeah, Thailand was pretty cool. All the touristy kind of stuff was kind of weird and uncomfortable. But, you know, because I was just in Bangkok, but I stayed in Kowloon, whatever, like the main tourist drag, because I didn't know where else to go. And that was like the place where I had it. They had deals on hotel rooms, so I stayed there for like 2 nights. And then I went to the dentist. There was like a dentist at the end of the street, and I got my teeth cleaned better than ever. It was crazy. For like $10, it was awesome. And then I moved to Chinatown, and I would ride the river ferry up and down Bangkok some days. It was really cool. I would just walk around and see temples. I went to the mall a couple times. I bought like a hard drive and some other things for my computer that I needed. Khaosan, that's it. And yeah, then I left and I went to Taiwan to go teach. So yeah, it's kind of, if I was more into the things I am now, like martial arts and eating raw foods, I think I would have had a better time in Thailand. But yeah, the kebabs are really nice. Well, you're on the diet, so I met a really good meat spot for organs and nice Australian imported beef. Interesting. Yeah, I would check out the night markets and stuff. And yeah, that'd be fun. Like, I didn't really do too much of that stuff because I was like scared of germs. I was still like cautious of that thing. So, like I said, if I had more, the appreciation I have now for the diet, I think I would have had a better time. I wasn't there very long. It was just when I was flying from Nepal to Taiwan, all the flights were routing me through Thailand. And I had some time, so I said, well, why don't I just go to Thailand? I've never been there before. So I went for a few days, and yeah. That was it. It was hot. I went in April, which is like, I guess, like one of the hottest times to go. Yeah, the seafood would be after. I guess the day markets is where we get fresh meat. A couple jars of oysters sitting out. You're brave, man. I wouldn't do that. I'd eat hella oysters, though. The lifetime in Asia? Pros and cons. So, the country I've been to most was Nepal. And what I like about Nepal is it's cheap, or it was cheap. Everything's more expensive now. Everywhere, not just Nepal. Really great nature, like untouched nature. People are pretty decent for the most part. The nightlife, yeah, I was going to say the lifetime is kind of weird. Nightlife. The nightlife in Nepal sucks, honestly. Because they have load shedding. So power's on and off at different parts of the city at different times. There's not a lot of good music. There's a lot of like shitty cover bands or DJs. Sometimes you can make it foreigners somewhere who actually are pretty decent, but otherwise it's not very good. Like when I went back my second time and I stayed at the same hotel, they had this bar. It was a bar restaurant, and they started having live music every night until like midnight, and they played the same like covers, and it was awful. It was so loud. I felt so bad because like everybody could hear it, and the locals had to put up with it. It was awful. was terrible. I felt terrible. And yeah, nightlife doesn't really exist, like I said, because everything kind of shuts down around 10 o'clock. I mean, there's like chill places where you could go and, have a smoke, have a drink, and chill with people by the fire. Um, like there's places like that, but not like I've been to a Nepali nightclub once. Some Nepali guys took me. It was really, it felt like the place was just gonna collapse, or there would be like some fire. It was really crappy. Just loud, crappy music. Bunch of dudes like dancing with each other, and really weird. And some Nepali girl wanted to dance with me, and I was like, no, I don't dance. And she kept trying to like pull me, like pull my arm, and I just was like sitting there, like, I was like, no, I don't dance. And she got like real sad. I don't dance, so, yeah, and then like there's places at hostels or hotels, common areas where travelers will hang out at night, rooftops and such, or patios. That's pretty much nightlife, I mean, Kathmandu, it's a little more, there's like clubs and stuff. Like, I've never been to a lot. I've been to a few clubs in Kathmandu, but like I said, it just kind of sucked. They were a little nicer, but just not really my scene. Just kind of lame in general. More, saw a few more tourists, like women, but yeah, I don't really remember too much of those nights, honestly. Just that it wasn't like too fun. But and it's not a city. It's not like a city with a lot of nightlife, but it is there a little bit. Thailand, yeah, it's crazy. Very active nightlife. I was not a big drinker, so I didn't really get caught up into too much of that. I was mostly just enjoying the nice amenities of Thailand, because Nepal is pretty, like I was living pretty rough. So I was enjoying like having a comfortable bed and a clean room, and being able to go to cleaner restaurants, and I was just going to bed early. I wasn't partying really. I was in Chinatown too. Well, I was in Khao San Road for 2 nights, 3 nights, 2 nights maybe. And I left. It just really wasn't my scene. Yeah, I'm not really into the drinking culture stuff. Not a big drinker. Never was. So, Chinatown was pretty chill. I did a lot of stuff during the day, and then, I would chill at night. I was tired. I go to bed. Yeah. Taiwan, in Taichung, in Taipei, a lot of nightlife. Pretty good, like, party scene, club scene, and yeah, night markets. Again, I wasn't really. I lived in a very rural town, so I wasn't, like every weekend. Some people would go to Taipei every weekend or Taichung and party, but I didn't like doing that. I just kind of chilled around the apartment, or went into parks, or drove around on my moped. I wasn't really too into that, so. Yeah, I mean, a few times to just know what it was like, but it wasn't like I went a ton. Thai women are great, though. Not my type. Can primal diet cause teeth problems, and are dentists needed? It depends. It depends on your calcium to phosphorus ratios, and how much fruit you're eating. So I can tell you, if you do the diet properly, eating plenty of raw fats and getting the oysters in, your teeth will heal over time for sure. How possible is it to be primal while traveling? Oh, it's very possible. I mean, you can get meat anywhere pretty much. Anywhere you can get meat, you can get it raw. The tricky thing is raw dairy and raw fat. So yeah, it just depends on which countries. Some countries are not good for it at all. Some countries are fine. Some are okay. Highly toxic bodybuilding diet. I mean, I wouldn't call that highly toxic. I would call that, like, not bad, actually. I mean, pretty normal. Is drinking culture cringe? Yeah, kind of. Especially when they are Russian. I guess you probably know about that living in Thailand. People who drink every day are living in hell. Yeah. Yellowing of teeth. I think Ajna said something about antibiotics. I'm not sure, though. It could be staining. Teas, coffees, smoking. That sort of thing, too. I know what turns people's teeth gray is they've done a lot of cocaine or heroin. Those drugs really zap the nutrients out of your face. You can see in people's faces that they've been, hard drug users. And it's in their bones. Their bones get depleted of calcium. It's just something the drugs do. And meth as well. So, yeah, it causes the teeth to turn gray and rot and fall out. Veganism for starters. How much would a cooked meal set you back? I don't think it would set me back. I mean, with all the other things in your environment, a cooked meal once in a while is not going to set you back. The brain was not functioning. Well, brain fog isn't necessarily toxicity. Could be other factors. And having water weight is not, great, but it's not the worst. It might just be a natural tint because it stayed this color since it stopped using toothpaste. Try oil pulling. Oil pulling will help whiten your teeth. It should. And there's several toothpaste recipes Agenus recommends, which I don't think some of them are good to use every day, but once in a while they might help whiten the teeth. They use clay and vinegar and such, so pretty abrasive. Not something I would use every day, for sure. Pulling up the school. I don't know. Um, Interesting. Well, hello. I don't know if you want me to tell you, you know, um, there's this guy I used to follow on Twitter like years ago. His name was Tim Sharkey, and he was this like retired Australian gangster from the Gold Coast who moved to Pattaya, and he used to like he just crazy funny guy. um, It'd be pretty funny if you ran into him. 5 huge meals a day as well. That's crazy. If it weren't for the eye color change, the decharge grind wouldn't be so worth it. That's not true, because you'll feel better, you'll function better. It's not always about the eyes. I laugh when Scott Hall says eating cooked food is dangerous advice. Like 90% of humans eat cooked food. Bros are zealot. Yeah. He probably said that. Yeah. It just goes to show how different the change in mindset can be from one diet to another. Yeah, like saying you shouldn't be sick versus saying you need to for detox. Speaking about detox, I haven't had a harsh detox in a while. What can I do to start one so I can skip school? Um, um, Gosh, I don't really want to. I really want to put that on you because if you do that, your parents are gonna not let you probably do the diet again. So, what I used to do when I was a kid was I'd tell my parents that I was sick and I didn't feel good. And I would do it on days when there were field trips and I acted like I wanted to go on them, but I really didn't. And they let me stay home because they're like, "Oh, why would he be faking?" Um, and then another trick I did was I would, they give you these thermometers in your mouth, and I would move my tongue on the thermometer a lot and raise the heat just enough to where I'd have a temperature. That's what I do. Yeah, I just when I see Pattaya, I always think of that guy Tim Sharkey. He's just like this huge roided out Australian guy. He just wears like short shorts in a chain and sandals, and he feeds the stray dogs, and I guess he's like a pimp over there too. And yeah, just like a really crazy guy. He used to just tweet funny stuff, and yeah, just what a crazy life because he was like he was like a gangster in Australia, and then he left Australia for some reason, and probably because he had to. Then he just retired to Pattaya. Oh, my description, or my bio? Oh yeah, that one. I gotta fix that. Let me see here. Alright, this is really annoying. Because, like, I made a list. A new one. Oh, wait, here. No, we go here, maybe? No, that's my chicken. Yeah, this is, this is really stupid. Because here's the thing, I like actually made a list of stuff. Now it won't let me pull it up. This is so stupid. I hate this. Amazon. And they make it so... I don't know why they have to make it so hard. It's like, just give me... Just tell me where, like, my list is. It doesn't do that. Oh, here we go. Your list. They make it so hard. They hide everything away. It's just a private list. My recommended list. Okay, so... And then it's like, it's blank. It's so stupid. I hate this. I really do. I had some fermented lube thinking it would detox me. Nice. Yeah, having those kinds of parents is a good thing. If you didn't get any of those, you're probably better off. Fermented lube isn't really going to detox you. Is Thailand overrated now? I was thinking of going for Muay Thai. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, you know, he's got really good insights because he's there right now, obviously. But I think the best way to do it would be to go to villages where there's not a lot of tourists and there's more like local culture, local people, and have a good Muay Thai gym. You know, that's where I would go. Because, yeah, that's because you're going to be out in nature more. It's going to be cleaner, less, you know, tourist stuff. All hail Loogie Lord. Thanks, Jim Fleece. Causes and fixes for stuffy nose. Generally, it's a sinus. brain detoxification coming from the sinuses, out of the sinuses. Could also be from the sinuses themselves or inhaling particulates. And fixes would be whatever's in the book. So like maybe some horseradish and ginger, stick some butter up your nose a little bit. I was doing that. Just put a little bit of butter on your finger and stick it up your nose and rub it in there pretty good. What else? Yeah, I said ginger, horseradish. White meat, swordfish. Places like Chiang Mai are the best for this diet. I still go to the beach and sunbathe though since I'm by a heavy tourist area. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, being by the beach and sunbathing is really nice. Of course, those places are always going to have more tourists too, because they're, that's why a lot of people go to Thailand is because of the beach. Yep, exactly. You're right, Death. I agree. People with less or no acne are more prone to other more painful detoxes. Could be. Yeah, if you're not detoxing out of the skin, it's going to come somewhere else. From tampers of the weather is basically the same for me and the beaches. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to guess maybe you are Australian. Or American. I'm adding some stuff to the store. Just white bulbs right now. How do you like that vid, Beast? The new one? Let me see. Oh, the one from yesterday? Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Oh, I didn't watch it. I don't watch nobody's. I especially don't watch little kids who start eating this diet for like a few months and then try to tell everybody they think they know everything. So because it's just a waste of time, man. Um, yeah, but people were sending me screenshots of the comments, and it seems like everybody was clowning on him. So that's a big L for him, to be honest. What benefits do I experience following the primal diet rather than a fake diet like SCOTUS, Goat Boys? I mean, I get better. I heal. Um, I have more energy. I eat good food that actually tastes good, and um, the diet keeps me balanced. Um, I can gain and lose weight. It helps me detox better. That's basically just some very simple reasons off the top of my head. If you look at Sverige, he's deteriorated. He looks awful. Well, here's the thing: is he doesn't even eat the diet he says he eats. He cheats most of the time. He's just a fraud. He's a narcissistic psychopath. I mean, if you're above the age of 16 and you watch that guy's videos in any capacity, I mean, you're a brain dead individual. You probably don't have a soul. Because all of his content is just the same regurgitation of he watching something, pausing, looking at the camera and saying, well, you see, this individual's mentally ill because they don't eat raw meat and they work out too much and they're just totally crazy. They're a slave. And then go back watching it. Yeah, you see, they're just crazy. They say they eat oats and they're vegan and they're evil. They're satanic and it's so stupid. Like honestly, like I said, if you're over 16 and you actually watch that stuff, there might be no hope for you because that's just it's like total edgelord lolcow content. That's all it is. So I think that lady spiked my celery juice with ginger. Nice. She's looking out for you, bro. Eggs are great. Sverige diet sends you to hell. Yep, that too. There are 3 organs of detox: gut, kidney, and skin. Not quite. Have you heard of the century rotten egg? Yeah. It is true. What does the Sverige diet entertain me? Water is a solvent. It's not necessary for hydration on its own. Yeah, sure. Well, why do lions drink water? The lion is not concerned about solvents, you guys. I could also just do a rewatch of his videos and answer my own question, I guess. His diet is just cope. It's, organs and blood and meat, and then eggs and fats and some fruit, and that's basically his diet. I watched it when I was 17 and 18. Yep, and then you decided, yeah, this guy's totally full of it. And you grew up. Yeah, I mean, 16, I'm just, just a number, just an example, but yeah, I mean, it just appeals to nihilistic, edgy teenagers. So, I just got a flu. Strong recommendations to get rid of this. Milkshakes, eat some fish, If you have a cough, orange smoothies, so an orange with like 3 to 5 eggs, depending on how big the orange is, and drink like maybe 4 to 5 of those a day. That's what I did. Maybe cut back on milk. I wouldn't say it's good for acne, but it's good for your skin. He's hiding in Thailand right now. I don't know. I think he's probably in Cambodia. He's probably going between two countries, like Cambodia and Thailand or Cambodia and Laos. Did AV ever talk about chlorinated pools? He sure did. They're terrible. And it isn't just like soaking in them, but you're getting those fumes, you're breathing them into, so it's not good. Every time you detox, it's like a new stepping stone for feeling better as your norm. Yep. How much water egg yolks have in them? About 90%? I have no idea. Probably your louse. Yeah. If I go primal, will I end up being wanted internationally? Could be. For sure. Saltwater pools are okay, but chlorinated pools, no thanks. I've never liked swimming in chlorinated pools, honestly, so. Every day, your life is a struggle. The whole SWAT team comes after you. Yep. You have SEAL Team 6 on your keister. See here, we got 9 viewers, 2 likes. Thanks for the likes, everybody. I really appreciate it. Gonas could be in Myanmar. Yeah, that too. I think it's possible he's He can't be staying in the country. He can't be staying in one place the whole time, because even if he did get a fake passport, because he would still have to get visa clearances and stuff. Locals would rat out a white boy. And that's the thing in Asia, if you're trying to hide out like this, the locals would become very suspicious of you and they would rat you out. So you wouldn't be able to stay in one place. You'd have to move around. And you'd have to do it at the land crossings because they wouldn't have these Interpol lists. I'm pretty sure it's private. They don't have to put that stuff out publicly. But yeah, I mean, he's got to do it through land crossings, low-key land crossings. Yeah, it does look nice. That would be nice. It would be nice. Talk to the maintenance and see, or the condo people and say, get it switched to salt water instead of chlorine. Yep. He does he? That's funny to me. Well, not funny, but crazy, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you think he has to swim? I don't know. Really? If they made it a saltwater pool instead of chlorine? I don't know. Yep, exactly. Ocean water is charged, has healing properties. Could be. I know the plasma people like to talk about that. They don't actually want you to know this, and I'm not trying to endorse or incite or say you should do things just because you can get away with them, but it's actually a lot easier to get away with terrible things than you think it is. Even nowadays. They only solve 50% of all murders. Think about that. So if somebody commits murder, there's a 50% chance they get away. Right? So the numbers are already not in favor of justice. He could be in with the big guys too. Yeah, he could be. Because, like, someone was trying to get his YouTube channel taken down with legal action, and they keep fighting it. It's like, why is YouTube, who just, like, shuts people off willy-nilly for, silly things, why are they spending all this time and money defending Godus and his channel? It doesn't make any sense. Like, anybody in the right mind would be like, yeah, shut this guy down. He's insane. With the things he promotes, and it's disgusting. So, yeah. It isn't just the people with tattoos either, man. You gotta watch out with the people who look normal. The people who blend in. The people who are a little too likable, you know? So, yeah. Basically, that guy hates me because he's jealous of me. That's really what it comes down to. He wishes he could be me, and he isn't. So, he's also severely mentally deranged. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, something to do with how I'm supposed to be responsible for other people's opinions and beefs he has with other people. Like, people just this petty back and forth drama stuff with other people, and you know what? Because I would talk to them, or we had a group chat that I'm endorsing everything this person does and tells them what to do. It's just complete deranged paranoia thinking. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do, man. He's just insane. He emails everybody every year for the conference, trying to just like get me canceled, and to scare off associates and people who come to the conference. He sends out emails every year that the conference comes around. We call it our annual email. And yeah, it'll be pretty funny when year 6 or 7 comes around and he's still sending out emails. It's like, what? I mean, he'll be doing it too. Like, he's just insane. That's how you know someone's insane. He's just jealous. He can't do what I do, and he wishes he could, and so he tries to tear me down. He just wants to be the guy for the primal diet, but it just can't be the case because he doesn't even do the diet. So, it's too bad, but some people are just insane. What are you gonna do? Getting more raw milk Friday. Accidentally split 3 liters on the floor. Yep. We cry over spilt milk here. Lots of beef in the primal diet. Go figure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a beef, with him. I guess my beef could be that he's, spreading lies about me, trying to get me canceled. That could be my beef with him, but I'm not going to beef over someone who's mentally ill. Because, I mean, when you're mentally ill and you're crazy, you're not right? You're not in reality. So you can't argue with people who are crazy, right? So there's no point in trying to address that. It's just mental illness. You just have to ignore it. It's like, whenever you try to do anything in life, there's always people who are going to hate you and try to sabotage you, and that's just what this is. So, just it's really irrelevant. Everybody knows he's crazy. Nobody trusts him. So, his only standing is with the randos on the internet. But people who actually know him, or know people who were, harassed and stalked and abused by him, that's who people know, and that's what people know about him. I don't do that to people. I don't harass old people or women or the elderly or children. So that's what he does. I don't do that. Why do I think making Gotos deteriorate his diet? Well, he doesn't have a good diet, so he doesn't eat what he says he eats. He's just a liar, He's a big time liar. You can go watch Jail Cell on YouTube. He has a lot of good compilations of Sfarage lying. So, the dude's just a compulsive liar, and yeah, it's like, why are you going to believe his diet when he lies about everything? So, part of the reason he's deteriorating too is because he's he probably has to move around a lot in a hot climate. And he doesn't eat right, so yeah. Yeah, he could be a drug addict. It's very possible. Alright, I need to scarf some of this chicken down. I need to get some food in me. So, yeah, I'm sure he did TRT. You can look at old videos of him. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, the fast food accusations are substantiated by people he stayed with too, not just Luna. So, I mean, it's like I said, the dude's on camera lying. He's a big liar. So everything's an act. I mean, he got a hair transplant that failed, and then he uses a wig, and he lied about it for months, and he finally came clean. He's crazy, man. I mean, you have to be crazy to just review people and criticize them and just make the same uninspired, boring content. That's insanity. You know what I mean? He does. He does use a wig because his hair transplant was botched. Is it bad if you don't seal your organs' meat while letting it ferment? Yeah, because they will just ow, my toes. I've been using these toe spacers, man, and it's like straightening out my toes. It hurts so bad. Holy Christ. Yeah, your meat will dry out if you don't seal it, so totally defeats the point of high meat. He alleged his hair grew into eating raw meat. Yeah. It's funny. Huh, wow. Could be. Yeah, many such cases. Telegram is full of weirdos. I stay away from Telegram. Not a good place. Not a good place. I can't say anything. Well, Bill, maybe speak with a little more decorum, okay? YouTube deletes everything. I mean, it doesn't. All right, well, that got through, Bill, so. But please keep it, keep it clean. A lot of neo-Nazis and commies in Telegram. Yeah, a lot of drug users and weirdos and stuff, too. Yeah. Telegram's a kind of a big honeypot. And mentally unstable people. Like I said, I stay away from Telegram. A story much more to life than we think, much more to death than we think. I think so. How many hours from now is the Q&A? It's in like 13 hours. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I could make it 10. I mean, let me know what works for you. Because I'm still trying to figure out this Q&A time slot. Like, what's a good time slot for the weekend for people? I don't know. Because I got people in all different time zones. Like, every part of the U.S. and now Thailand. I mean, if you want, I can do 10 for you if you want. I mean, let me know. But on a Sunday morning, I don't really want to go earlier. All right, well, we'll keep it 11 for now, and if it needs to change, we'll change it. But like I said, I'm fluid with it. I'm trying to find a good weekend time. I like to sleep in on the weekends. That's something that's sort of non-negotiable for me. The image of God is light, and the likeness of God is dark. I like it. That's good. This hot honey isn't so hot anymore. I wonder why that is. Oh man, my friggin' toes, man. Ow. Ugh. Dude, toe spacers are no joke. So I think morality is subjective. Yeah. Morality is subjective, but here's the thing. You can still derive. So, well, I'll just say this. What is true is good, and what is evil is false. I made the hot honey. I got a bunch of honey, and then I cut up a bunch of cayenne peppers without the seeds, and then some white onions, sweet onion, and then some scallions. About 2 cups of all that. And then I filled the rest of the jar up with honey. It was about 4 cups of honey. Well, maybe 3 cups of honey altogether. And then I just let it sit for a few days, and then I start using it. That's how you make it. I got a recipe on my video, on my YouTube page. Yeah, it is really good, actually. I really like it. It's really good with the butter and any kind of meat. So I don't necessarily have feet problems. At least I don't have massage correcting problems. I've just, just from wearing shoes my whole life, my toes are not so widespread, and they need to be wider. So I'm using toe spacers. It's helping. I do not go to osteopaths or chiropractors. When I have the money, I want to go to an Atlas chiropractor. Kind of expensive. I'm looking at like maybe $4,000 for a whole treatment. So have you seen the old footage of Ajahn with his family? No, I haven't. You have flat? No, I don't have flat feet. Why do you guys think I have flat feet? No, I have, just like everybody else, wearing shoes, cramps and crowds your toes. So that's what I have going on. So I have toe spacers to separate the toes. It's not that I have flat feet. I do not have flat feet. Yeah, massages are good. $8 an hour is amazing. I get a massage every day, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was in yeah, in Thailand. They go, oh, you want Thai massage? They don't say massage. They can't say the j. Saj. They can't say saj. So they say, oh, you want Thai massage? Thai massage. Yeah, that's funny. When I was in Taiwan, Thailand, I went to get a massage. I made the mistake of getting like a donair. I walk into the place and they're like, "Oh, usually you eat after," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then the lady, she tried to start to giving me a massage. She's like, "Oh, you too tight." And I was like, "Oh, yeah?" And she's like, "Yeah, hold on." And so they get this guy from the back, and he's like this really buff Thai guy, and he just like starts going to town on my neck and my back and my arms, and I'm just like, whoa. It was insane. And he's like, he's like pulling my arms back, cracking doing all this stuff. It was kind of scary when he started cracking my neck. But man, he like massaged me out, and it was incredible. I felt like it was great. I felt like a noodle afterwards. Yep. Yeah, you can go wake up, go get a massage, and then head to 7-Eleven for, whatever. Get some chips and a Coke. Yeah, hair is growing in. Like, I had it really short. I had it like quarter of an inch. So, stop picking my nose. There's really nothing there, but it's like, it just feels like there is because I have a sinus detox. It's, yeah, I'm not going to stop picking my nose if I need to. If you don't like it, leave. Why do some people have flat feet? I don't know, because because they've got, I don't know, flat feet. Hair growth success stories on Primal? Nope, not really. I think it's a lot of cope and a lot of lies and people trying to sell programs. Yeah. Yeah, that massage, man. I'll never forget that. It was great. I haven't had a massage. No, I had a massage since, but it was not recent. It's like 10 years ago. Yeah, he says that, but then he also says that he never found a solution for balding, so I don't know. Jaw and shoe problems. Yeah, probably. Pearl powder, a meme, scam, or useful for anything? I think it's a scam. This is Bugman hour. I don't know what that means. The jaw has to do with everything in your body, your posture, like um, how forward you lean, and um, the alignment. Like this is like starts an alignment chain through your whole body. So yeah, it's pretty important. Yeah, so I finished Steins Gate. I really liked it. Now I'm watching Steins Gate Zero, which picks up at the alternate universe, the beta timeline, where he doesn't go back and save Kirisu. So, and she's an AI, and I'm watching that one, which is okay. It's not as good, but it's all right. I'm gonna finish it. Flat feet is just poor diet. Yeah, and an improper light environment. Am I using the mouth guard? Yeah, I have a revive. The revive is helping, I think. Yeah, I sleep with it. Yep. It helps replace the mouth tape. Yes, I sleep with the revive. That's the whole point. I don't wear it as much as I should during the day. I probably should start doing that. I think it's making a difference. 10 viewers, 5 likes. Awesome, guys. Thank you. I like this channel. Awesome. Thank you. I like you as a viewer and a commenter. I appreciate it. I like your comments. I like your banter. Yeah. I think the channel will grow in due time. Yeah, it might. Some people they're ready for the diet. Some people aren't ready. Um, it's just like this is a pretty niche topic in the first place. So there's a real ceiling. There's a hard ceiling for this type of content. So I don't try to be flashy. I mean, as flashy as it goes. I make thumbnails. That's pretty much it. So, thank you for your support. the school is a great idea you implemented. I mean, I'm not the first person to do the school. It's basically I just adapted a book I wrote into the different sections and courses there on the school, with some other information, food sourcing and that sort of thing. Um, Having the Q&As, yeah, it's not revolutionary, but I think it helps. There's, like I said, there's a real it's a real niche market. There's not a lot of people who are going to do this or pay to learn to do this, so or they're not going to stick with it. Would you still drink alcohol to get social with women? No, I don't need to do that to get social with women. I just talk to them. Dude needs to stop streaming. Nah, quiet down, Neff. Hey, what's up, Bailey? We are back. Some people aren't ready for chips and Coke from 7-Eleven. It's true. Some people are not ready. Glad I was able to help, Bailey. I've got like this hair on my nose. It's really itchy. Really pissing me off now. Get out of my... Come on, what is that? It's like itchy. Do I buy from the Amish? Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit of my food is Amish. So, my butter, my dairy, and then I do get meat shipped to me for my herd shares. So, the Amish vaccinate their beasts. Yeah, some of them, yeah. I've seen the vaccines in the ice houses. They've shown them, be like, yep, those are our vaccines. And they're just sitting on a block of ice in a bag. It's like, okay, Jeremiah. Whatever you say. Yeah, you don't need that to speak to women. They do inject that. Some of them do, yes. But prepping meat for the next day as a pate affect nutritional value? No. Arsonist would do that for like a few days, so. Alcohol is a bad idea for this guy. Don't go encourage. Yeah, I don't think he. I don't think anyone's encouraging alcohol. Um, Someone asked me to do a video on it, so I did, because it is discussed in We Want to Live, so it's not completely unrelated. Yeah, they do that, don't they? It's too bad. Yeah, I don't do that. I'm an incel, so none for me. No thanks. No, people don't become alcoholic to break down fats. People become alcoholics because of mental, emotional problems. Um, Chemical imbalances in their body due to like pancreas dysfunction, endocrine dysfunction. All the Chads I knew drank alcohol to party. Why are you an uncle? Incel. Because I am. So, I'm a post-wall incel-moid. I believe that's the correct internet terminology. And it's true, alcohol is very addictive. Oh, this is so... I hate this on Amazon. I hate this. This is so stupid. Pisses me off. When making moldy berries, do they ferment into having alcohol content? No. They don't have enough sugar. Stop bullying this guy. Who's bullying? I don't get it. It mostly just a joke for a comedic effect. I've not touched a woman in 5 years. I am not an incel. Men can control themselves far more than women. It's true. It's true. Where are we at here with analytics? Ah, 9 viewers, 6 likes. Hey, that's one more than we had. Spectacular. Thank you, everybody. I think, yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, we lost Andrew. Andrew's logging off. He didn't tell me why. But, you know, Andrew, maybe you've seen him in here in the chat. He's a valued viewer, and I'm going to miss the lad. He's a good guy. To be fair, I would not even trust women that would eat raw meat. Yeah, I'm right there with you, bud. Why are some people gay? Probably because they're happy. That's what that means, right? Most women with current laws can destroy you. Yep. Can you watch Synthetic Man Reacts to Godas by Memory Runner? What is that, like a music video? It sounds pretty meta. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, we are on YouTube. I'm not going to get to we're going to keep things pretty PG here, okay? So, if you want a forum where I can talk more about things, that's the school during the Q&A times. That's what that's for. So, yeah, I don't know, yeah, because I'm like 300 hours away from monetization, guys. I'm so close. I'm not gonna ruin it. That was a big one. I should have cut this chicken up. Eyes get a little stringy. I always get paranoid about getting something tethered on my teeth and stuck in my throat. It's a bad time. I drank 2 cold showers. What I will do though is in the summers when it rains, I will go sit outside in the rain and I'll shower that way. The meat I get is fresh. I don't really buy frozen meat. Yeah. I get my water from, I drink Gerolsteiners, and then I get water from the farms I get food from. So I get well water or spring water. Usually it's well water, but sometimes it's spring. That's where I get the water. In the winter, I don't drink much water at all. Well, it was a bit of an exception with the detox. I was drinking a little bit more, well, a lot more than I usually do. But if I'm not going through a detoxification, I drink only maybe a cup of water a week. In 1 week, just 1 cup of water. Mostly I'm drinking milk, vegetable juice. So, yeah, like I said, meat, milk, and juice is good hydration. In the winter, it's like a cup a week. In the summer, it's like 2 cups a day. Yeah, so water is a solvent, and it helps flush out industrial toxins in the body. When I have like some bowel stuff going on, I'll do like water and cheese to get the cheese down, just to get it into my system. Yeah, the water definitely helps flush things out. Sometimes it helps. I only drink 1 cup of water a week. Yeah, in the winter. I drink plenty of milk and eggs and vegetable juice. Have a little fruit, the citrus. So I'm not dry. My stools are not dry, so that's how I know. stools are A-okay. I was also adding a little bit of Gerolsteiner to my orange smoothie, which gave it a little more, make it a little less like thick, and it added some bubbles, which was fun. It tasted really nice too. So, yeah, the water was, it can be helpful during some detoxifications. It can also be counterproductive to some detoxifications as well. So there are cases where you wouldn't want to drink water. Yeah. Water isn't what lubricates the gut anyway. So, man, we lost viewers. What did I do? Oh well. Yeah, so new anime. I don't know what we got to find new anime to watch after Steins Gate. Yeah, I think I'll watch Tokyo Ghoul next. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be a lot of hate on that one. I don't have the attention span for anything anymore. Based. My ability to focus has greatly improved on this diet. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, when you get those fats and proteins, it's really helpful. Really helpful. It keeps everything centered. It kind of falls off after the first season. Yeah, that's what I'm reading. How would my life be like if I ate primal since a kid? I don't know. I can't even fathom. Water is the matrix of life. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about atoms and molecules and stuff, but the idea of animism and energy within food is too close to saying you are what you eat, which is a dangerous statement. I don't know about that. I don't know why is that dangerous to say you are what you eat. I have no sinus pain. It's just a little stuffy. That's all. I think most kids would be geniuses and athletes. I think that's a little overstated. I don't think most people would be geniuses. Yeah, so we can't really talk about Nick here because the last time I did the stream got all messy and weird, so. Um, you know, the thing is people just can't be, some people can't be right. A lot of people, no one's right about everything, okay? Like, people have their certain fields and areas of focus, and, you know, younger people, they tend to discount health because they have it. They don't think about it, but, you know, give the guy 5, 8 years and he'll be singing a different tune. Even on a raw diet, you would still have dummies. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, that's the thing. It's like people think this is such a magical diet. I mean, it is great, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make you superhuman. It's not going to really, like, I don't know. People are still going to be people, guys. I am not going to consider eating more cooked food to minimize detoxes. That's pretty funny, Sir Drip. Yeah, I mean, that'd be smarter, but they're not going to be necessarily like a super genius, right? Yeah, I mean, everybody has their focus. The diet is not his focus. You know, it is what it is. 7 viewers, 6 likes. Awesome. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. It's great. How? What are we, 2 hours now? Yeah, 2 hours exactly. 2 hours, 38 seconds. Cain and Abel. Yep. Boy, howdy. The primal diet is not magical. Many people flood into the red forums in this diet thinking it's going to solve all their personal problems. Yeah. Um, yeah, and the funny part is they don't even want to read the book. They just want to ask people a question like, "Oh, if I eat this diet, is it gonna fix my acne?" It's like, shut up, just shut up, get out of here. My stream schedule, generally weekends after 7:30, Wednesdays after 7:30, Sundays after 7:30. It's generally when I stream. After 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, weekends and Wednesdays. Generally. I think I'm going to save that chicken. More milkshake, maybe. I had a dream of steroid abusing cows, and it was creepy. That does sound very creepy. It sounds Lynchian. Very Lynchian of you. This guy is an endless stream of brain rot. Who? Well, yes, but to hear somebody say that, it's like, well, I guess I am because I can't think past the minute I exist within. Have you ever worried about being somewhat of a public face of a diet that is threatening to the system? No, I don't really care. It really isn't that threatening to the system because they need healthy people to make the system work, so. Um, I'm probably not going to watch that, to be honest. I just don't really. I'd rather watch anime. uh, So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do a milkshake tonight. It's just kind of late. Those are kind of heavy. I'll start off with the milkshake in the morning. No, I'll probably do another orange smoothie. Then I'll do a milkshake. I'm going to do a huge milkshake. I need to gain like 20 pounds, man. Hardly any people do the diet anyway, and most who start don't even stick with it. At this point, I don't think the system cares. Yeah. It's true. Half the people will quit after the first year. That's part of it, but I mean, people are waking up to that stuff anyway, and like you're still gonna have people who swallow the Kool-Aid, so it doesn't matter. Hmm. 8 likes. Awesome. Thank you guys. That's spectacular. It's great stuff. Yeah. I don't have a big appetite for meat yet. It kind of scares me. I don't want to lose too much more weight. And I know the milk isn't going to help my sinus thing, but it really isn't too bad anymore. So I'm probably going to have a bunch of milk and honey tonight. Just top me off. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have too much more. Been streaming 2 hours. Chat slowing down. So, I think I'm going to call it. Can you not watch videos on stream? What do you mean? I'm not watching videos. What's it look like in my glasses here? I was updating. No, it's just a GIF. It's just a GIF on Twitter. I'm not watching videos. Because when I watch videos, I listen to them. As you can tell, I got my desktop audio on. So you'd be getting that if I was watching something. I'm not doing that. Alright, so yeah, Q&A tomorrow. 13 hours. Okay. When I don't want to watch any videos, that's kind of what streams are for. Oh. I don't know. Thank you for... I mean, if you have some suggestions, I'd be interested in that. I don't know. I'm still pretty new to this streaming stuff. Uh, Generally, I just treat it as a place to answer questions and chat. So, if there are some videos you'd like me to investigate or react to, let me know. I'll check them out. I'll do it. I mean, I'm totally open to it. Like, this is for the people. So, let me know. Was the video you suggested something I should watch for the stream? And I am pretty much done detoxing, for this round. I should be, full power by the middle of the week. I'm still not 100%, but I'm feeling way better than I used to. So I'll take it. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have Sir Drip? Do you have any more insights in that comment? Like what kind of videos I should watch? Because I'll do it. Got any good ones? Well, the worst of it was like, 4 days, 3 days. Yeah, it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days in total. And yeah, 3 of those days, 4 of those days are pretty brutal. So the worst was I just couldn't get comfortable to rest. I just couldn't get comfortable to rest well. So that made it very unpleasant. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I lay on the couch all day and watch, some anime, whatever. And then I take a nap and then it's like, okay. And then it's like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And it's like I'm already bored. It's like, okay, I don't have the energy or vitality to do anything. And it's like I just gotta wait here now to go to bed. And then I can't even really go to bed. It sucks. The worry should be of how somebody changes in front of people they know. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's the thing. Um, I know it's kind of gross. I come here on stream and I was kind of detoxing, but that's what it's like. And I don't try to sugarcoat the diet or just say, "Oh, I just feel amazing. You'll be amazing all the time." It's not the case, especially for the first 3 to 5 years. Even 8 years now, and that's happening to me still. Does it deter me from keeping up with the diet? No. But I ate the right foods, got some rest, and look at me. Look how much better I am compared to the last 2 streams. Night and day difference, man. Night and day difference. I swear the orange smoothies are the best thing you can drink when you're going through a detox like that. Well, all the injections, the antibiotics, the formula, being fed formula, baby food contaminated with heavy metals, um, school lunches. What else? Carpet. Yeah. No, orange juice straight isn't going to do it. You need the oranges and the eggs. That's a complete thing. Orange juice is not good. It's just sugar. It's not good. You need the pift and the orange juice and the fiber and the eggs, the fats and the protein in the egg. You need all of that together. You can't just drink orange juice. The pift is the white stuff on the orange. It's the white stuff between the skin and the fruit. It's kind of stringy and yeah, that's you need that with the oranges. Yeah, just break open the orange, quarter it up, throw it in a blender with some eggs, blend it up, and just drink it. Yeah, I put a little Gerolsteiner in some of them. It was good. Made it a little more liquidy, easier to drink. Added, made it taste like Tang. Honestly, watered it down a little bit. Wasn't as rich, like a muted orange taste. Tasted more like a soft drink. It was good. Yeah. No, I wasn't breastfed, so yeah, yeah. I had a terrible you know upbringing, infancy between the circumcision and the injections and the formula. I don't even know how I'm alive, man. I mean, we're all playing catch up. Even if people were breastfed, you know, still got injections. Yeah, it is. It's true. I mean, when I was in the womb, my mom all she ate was steamed vegetables and baked chicken breast. That's like all she ate. So I wasn't getting any good fats, man. She was on a low fat diet. She didn't know what she was doing. She was just listening to the experts at the time, trying to be a good mom. She was trying her best, but what are you gonna do? When you just get misled. So it is what it is. No, I probably wouldn't do that. That sounds like A, a lot of work, and B, I would really wouldn't trust the quality of breast milk, to be honest. So, yeah. Human milk just sounds gross to me, honestly. I don't know why. So, just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was never breastfed, so. Okay. I mean, I believe you, but I mean, it's really that much more benefits than just like regular, you know, just regular fermented milk. It can't be that much better. It's the bacteria strain only. No, I'm not worried about those because I eat cheese. I mean, I don't even eat as much cheese as I used to. I don't have the need for it. Um, Everybody's fake. You didn't know that? No, I knew that. Yeah, I mean, that's why you eat the cheese. So, I used to eat a lot of cheese because I'd get the indigestion, but now I don't really get the indigestion anymore, so I don't eat as much cheese. I eat little bits of cheese here and there. I actually don't think it's that important to eat too much cheese because if you eat too much cheese, it interferes with your appetite for meat and fat, which is what heals you. So, um, yeah. The times I eat the most cheese are when I have a bowel detoxification or indigestion, which is not every day. So I don't eat a lot of cheese anymore. I used to eat cheese throughout the day, but now I'll eat like a piece or two of cheese, maybe. And like I don't even eat cheese. I don't even worry about eating cheese with this. I don't care, man. So yeah, a lot of people just worry too much. They fixate on small details, or they're selling cheese to people, and so they tell everybody cheese is the most important thing because they're selling cheese. Of course, it's a scam. Um, you're just trying to get people to buy cheese and fearmonger them into buying them cheese. So yeah, cheese is good. It's fine, but it's not like yeah. I don't know. I mean, when I say indigestion, I mean like pain in my stomach. And actually, I don't remember burping recently, even after eating this chicken. So, I don't know. Did I burp? I mean, run it back. Did I burp after eating this? I don't know. I don't feel like I did. Maybe I did. Well, I don't know. But when I say indigestion, I mean, like a burning, heartburn sort of thing. I don't have that anymore, really. I just burped. Maybe I did. I don't know. I didn't even pay attention. It's second nature to me. Yeah, I guess it is. Let's ask ChatGPT what does burping mean? Uh, Acid reflux, gastritis, H. pylori, aerophagia. Eating or drinking too quickly. Carbonation, yeah, I do that. Swallowing air while talking, yeah, I do that. Eating large meals sometimes. Yeah, probably air swallowing. Inflammation in the stomach lining. Huh. Bacteria is all you can really do for a healthy. Your diet is good. True. Carbonated drinks raise pH in stomach. Get rid of that. What are you talking about? The carbonation's natural, Bill Jim. Gerolsteiner's naturally carbonated. It comes from natural. There's natural carbonated springs. You know that, right, Bill? So it does happen in nature, bud. Checkmate. And I don't drink Gerolsteiner all the time either. I think it's just air I swallow. What do you think your body's trying to tell you since you're going to have an appetite for raw meat now? I don't know, just to chill maybe. They have them in New York. They have them in Germany. They have them in Georgia. They have them in Soda Springs in Idaho. Wherever there's volcanic activity with water, that's how you get the carbonation. That's what to look for. So, sorry, Bill. You're wrong again. Saratoga Springs is somewhere I'd actually like to go and visit. And there's only like 24 springs. It's not unnatural and uncommon. It happens in nature, Bill. That's very natural. Human milk only. Probably missing a lot of gut bacteria. I don't know, I used to eat a lot of rotten meat, so. Yeah. So now I'm getting tired. Disproportionately uncommon. I don't know about disproportionately uncommon. Yeah, it's true. Thank goodness we can buy raw meat. We don't have to get it pre-cooked. That'd be terrible. Can you imagine living in a world where it would be illegal to buy raw meat and you'd have to get it like pre-cooked? That'd be terrible. Talk about a nightmare. No, it's not the same, but it's good. It's a lot of bacteria, so sometimes lukewarm is the most censored. You know, RJ just has some real bangers here in the chat. I'm always impressed by his wordsmithing. It's fantastic. You should be a writer, RJ. You could make it for sure. I know. Okay, guys. It's been 2.5 hours. Good night.